People who are ambitious but lazy are not actually lazy. Successful people, unlike you, have learned the skill of learning. They have realized that starting is the hardest part of doing anything. Why? Because of inertia. Your laziness is baked into physics. Still bodies have the tendency to remain still. Moving bodies have the tendency to remain moving. That's the secret. Build momentum in the direction that you want. High achievers understand the two places where inertia is the highest, at the project level and at the task level. So let's talk about the project level first. You're not lazy, you lack confidence. I was watching a Modern Wisdom podcast and Chris said a line that has stuck with me for months. A lack of confidence has killed more dreams than a lack of competence ever will. Most people get paralyzed into inaction when they are on the brink of a massive change. And that really does make sense, because what do you have to believe in if you haven't shown yourself that you can take an idea through to execution? Confidence is overrated. Generate evidence, says Ryan Holiday. Confidence becomes from having an undeniable stack of proof to show you who you are. That's the difference between you and the person who starts easy. You remain in the known because that's safe. You fail to realize the fastest way to stay where you are is to start tomorrow. The person who steps into the unknown easily does so because they have taken that first step many times before. There is an important lesson that you learn after you take that first step into the unknown multiple times. And that is, even if it doesn't work out, I will be okay. The most confident people in the room are not the ones with blind faith in their ability, but instead the ones with a clear belief in their resiliency. The reason why you haven't hit the gym, started the side hustle, changed careers, moved cities, taken that trip, went back to school, asked that girl out, and had that hard conversation is because somewhere deep down inside of you, you believe one mistake will take you out. How absurd. You're here, aren't you? You have a perfect track record. Look at the evidence you do have. Believe in yourself more. Stop the overthinking. No more saying things like, I don't know if I'll stick with it. I might hate it. I might waste my time or money. Now might not be the right time. And yeah, it might be a mistake. That's good. Make more mistakes. They provide the best information that you can possibly receive. And have more conviction in what you're doing. That uncertainty and indecisiveness in your actions creates so much space between you and starting. Rumination leaves space for justification. Let me say that again, because this is a line that I wrote and I am quite proud of it. Rumination leaves space for justification. And like I would say to any of my mates, just fucking send it. Now let's talk about the task level. You're not lazy, you're distracted. The hardest part of starting a new project is starting. The second hardest part is starting every day. Every day is day zero, says Jeff Bezos. So true. No matter how much I achieved yesterday, some momentum is lost overnight. So every morning that I wake up, I need to have the same intensity that I had the day before. But you cannot direct intensity into one thing if that one thing isn't clear. If you don't know exactly what you need to do to push the project forward, you'll be vulnerable to distractions. If it's not your phone, it's cleaning your apartment. Or it's busy work like replying to emails. Or it's pretending to be productive by watching YouTube videos for inspiration while you're meant to be writing an idea. The most important task first thing in the morning is a philosophy I love. I'm not the same person at night as I am in the morning. The vibe is different. Plan in the evenings, execute in the mornings is a useful framework that I use most days. If you watch my last video, then you will know that I need to do more work with this. I need to be more consistent in my own routines, because the more consistent I can be with my routines, the easier it is to start. Focus on one project at a time. Measure the success of the day by the most important task. I mention this because that is a piece of advice that I really do need to hear. I often try to do too much throughout my day and then feel deathly insufficient when I'm not able to meet perfection. If the project is to get more attracted to girls, then today was successful if you hit the gym. If the project is to grow a YouTube channel, then scripting 2 hours before work is the measure of success for the day. This concept of a perfect day is another distraction holding you back from effective execution. So let's talk about how we can learn the skill of starting. If you want to get better at bench pressing, you need a bench press. If you want to get better at writing, you need to write. If you want to get better at starting, you need to start. Simple, but often overlooked. If you want to be the person who starts now, you need to create the habit of starting. Make a habit of noticing ideas when they appear and execute them quickly. For us overthinkers, being a little bit more impulsive is a good thing. You need to realize purpose is created, not found. All projects start off as an idea. Only after pouring effort into it does it truly become a project that you care deeply about. When you notice the thought, I think I want to start going to the gym, sign up to the membership the next day. When you notice the thought, I think I want to start Muay Thai, go to the next available class. When you see that cute girl in the cafe and you think, I think I want to talk to her, go first and say hi. Use the 4-minute rule for everyday tasks. If it takes less than 4 minutes, do it now. It strengthens your interior mid-celiac cortex and improves your willpower. James Clear says, the ultimate form of intrinsic motivation is when a habit becomes part of your identity. It's one thing to say that I'm the type of person who wants this. It's something very different to say I'm the type of person who is this. Starting something new, stepping into the unknown, making that change can be overwhelming. Of course, it's going to be overwhelming. You're in the unknown. It's completely natural to feel that way. You want to be challenged, but not so much out of your depth you feel like you're drowning. When I feel overwhelmed, planning is my best friend, because giving myself a plan allows me to create clarity on what I need to do. And when I'm very clear on what I need to do, I can take these really large problems and break them down into smaller, more actionable tasks. I plan the series of small steps I need to do, when I need to do them, and where I need to go. It may not seem like it now, and most people forget this about me, is that I was really terrified of going to the gym the first time. Because I knew nothing, it was the unknown. So I planned it into small steps. I need to find a gym near me I can afford. I need to find a good workout routine so that when I'm in the gym, I don't look completely lost. I need to commit to a time and day to go try it for the first time. You need to meet yourself where you are, and as you develop, you'll naturally take on more challenging projects. When things do go wrong, and when my performance is worse than what I want it to be, my default thinking is always along the lines, what am I doing wrong? Or if I'm going to be completely honest, it's more like, what's wrong with me? Sometimes a better question to ask is, what is wrong with my environment? A simple change in your environment can change your problems for you. There's nothing wrong with you, but you keep putting yourself in environments where making bad decisions are easy. People, items, routines, locations are all elements of your environment. So look at your environment. Begin to notice the things that is making it hard for you to start. Having a messy and disorganized kitchen will make eating out more tempting. And having the ingredients for your meal prep already in your kitchen is going to lower the resistance to start. So if I know that I'm going to do meal prep on Tuesday, I buy all my groceries on Monday. Putting your desk directly in front of a large east-facing window increases the resistance of writing in the morning, because once the sun rises high in the sky, it gets really hot. So I moved my desk from this window behind me out to this wall here. And such a really simple change has actually made a big difference when it comes to writing first thing in the morning. Because I'm not getting as hot, it's more enjoyable. Having your phone on you at all times poses a risk of distractions at all times. So if you know your phone creates a distracting environment for you, then it's probably a good idea to not have it in your general vicinity when you need to start something. Interacting with friends who do anything but encourage you to start and do the thing is holding you back. Let me repeat that. Interacting with friends who do anything but encourage you to start and do the thing is holding you back. Honestly, the people that you hang around has a huge impact on your environment. And don't be afraid to cut those people out if you feel like they're dragging you down. My mindset for this has always been either get on board or get out the way. And fortunately, I've been lucky enough that nearly everyone in my life has decided to get on board. I've been very blessed in that way. Set up the environment to make starting easy. Set up the environment to make doing the thing enjoyable. Set up the environment to feel good about yourself afterwards. Lower the friction at every step. Starting is hard. The unknown is scary. But don't install a self-limiting belief like laziness. Change the way you think about the problem. Create the habits, create the plan, create the environment, and you will be just fine. But that's all for today, my friends. If you want to put starting on autopilot, then watch this video here about routines, because routines are everything. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.